This is the cultural context. It just was. So anyway, 2,400 years ago, it made landfall in the West, and Euclid, who was alive from 325 to 265 BC, they wrote about it for the first time and gave the quote-unquote first definition to the golden mean, and they called it an extreme mean and ratio in their work elements. So that was when, again, the West first heard about it, and it was pretty much just this sort of oblong mathematical sequence until Fibonacci. I've been saying their name wrong. Fibonacci. Their name is Leonardo Pisano Fibonacci. And they created their own sort of mathematical theorem based on natural proportions, similar to this, but different. What they did, I'll explain Fibonacci in a second. But the Fibonacci thing is cool. And then Johann Kepler is the person that the astronomer Johann Kepler, they proved that Fibonacci's sequence is actually the golden mean too, or it's using the golden mean. Fibonacci sequence. So that's basically the narrative of this principle. And I wanted you to know that because it was important for me to know. Alright, I've been saying a lot. I apologize. So, alright, Fibonacci is what I wanted to talk about now. And in order to talk about Fibonacci sequence, I brought you a present. Sorry, I can't give it to you because this is all viral, and I can't actually see you, but you can see me. This is a Brussels sprout stock. And I'm one of those strange people that actually love Brussels sprouts. Yeah, so I'm excited to have this Brussels sprout stock that I can eat for dinner soon. But basically, this Brussels sprout stock is incredibly evident of the Fibonacci sequence. This is it, right here. This is pretty exciting. Like, this one really blew my mind. I mean, the places that we see this is just, it's unfathomable. It's in basically every spiral there is. And part of the reason why I'm showing you the plant stock is because it's in every plant, the leaves form the Fibonacci sequence. And I drew a picture to show you exactly what I mean when I say Fibonacci sequence, but this is the Fibonacci sequence written out. You can do it too. I just took some graph paper and I used the sequence. So the sequence goes like this. This, if you can look closely, that's a 1, and then it goes on from there. So each square is also so like this says 8, right? It's it's 8 squares across and 8 squares down. And the 1 is 1 square. Is 1 square across and 1 square is down, and the 2 is 2 squares across and 2 squares down. They all are that way, and that's how it forms a spiral. So anyway, that said, let me explain this really fast. His sequence goes like this. So the 1, you see the 1 here. First you start out with nothing, and then you have 1 in his. Right? So you have nothing, and you have 1, and then if you got one thing, you get another 1, and so you go 1 plus 1 is 2. Duh. That's actually how my dad used to talk about marriage. But anyway, when you have one of these, let's use this one because you can see it. This one is equal to the 2 that came before it, and the one above that is equal to the 2 that came before that. So it's just about doing that. One of the things is equal to the 2 that came before it, and one of the things is equal to the 2 that came before it. And it's infinite. It's just completely infinite. So that's why it looks like this. So the 1 is equal to the 2. And the 2 is equal to the 2 1s that came before it. The 3 is equal to the 2 and the 1, the 2 and the 1 that came before it. The 5 is equal to the 3 and the 2 that came before it. The 8 is equal to the 3 and the 5 that came before it, and so on and so on and so on forever. And it forms a spiral. I mean, this is mind-blowing to me. It's just so cool that this is what it looks like. And this is this. And we can keep going. So, my mind is blown by this situation. I hope I'm explaining this well. This is sort of a hard thing to explain, but I'm in love. So again, the things that you can find this in are the insides of sunflowers. The seeds do this exact thing. Bees in their hive, they make hives that are this ratio. Bunnies, when bunnies have babies, the babies are in this exact ratio. The way this, I already said the sequence of leaf patterns as they go around a branch. Yeah, I mean, basically, if I make a hand like this, my hand right now is the Fibonacci sequence, and it's also the golden mean. Right? That's crazy. It's crazy. I'm making it right now. It's the same spiral as everything else. Same freaking thing. So, sorry, I just did that. It's gross. It's the same thing. So I hope that was fun for you. That was fun for me to go crazy like that and talk to you guys about it. So, to close, a Fibonacci sequence always ends up, it goes back to a singular point. And the singular point is always unity replicating itself. So it's just wholeness. The Fibonacci sequence and the golden mean are ways of identifying and measuring wholeness and growth patterns. And how in a growth pattern, in evolution, mathematically, we as a species, our plants, our animals, our everything that we're relating to, even our man-made rolls of toilet paper, are all trying to create patterns of wholeness within themselves. And so they bring the ones before them with them. So that's pretty exciting.